What's up, y'all? It's your boy Nico here, and welcome to your second favorite podcast. I'm your host, Nico, with my lovely girlfriend, Miss Jada. Sounds more like an Arctic wind than a crowd.
Arctic wind.
Oh, okay. How you doing today, babe?
I don't want to go to work.
That's how you feeling right now?
I mean, no, I'm actually cool.
That's good.
I just know it's gonna be crowded, and everybody gonna be asking me stupid questions. You got any more in the back?
And it feels like one person is asking you that, right? It just feels like one person. That's why it gets so annoying, because it just repeats. And you're like, I answered this question before, right? I swear I did.
I told you already.
Somebody needs to send out a memo. I know you signed up for them awards. Send out, don't ask employees.
If there's more in the back, there isn't anymore.
There isn't anymore. We do pretty good at keeping it up front. The only thing I thought about talking about, like actually had an idea, was how do you define success?
Success.
Success.
You say it funny.
Success.
Yeah.
Success.
Success.
Success. Seems like it needs to be SICK. Success.
You know those memes when they say it's like a cold night, you sitting with bae, your kids upstairs sleeping, you got a glass of wine in your hand,
No.
you made it, you can relax or something like that. I'm like, if y'all don't shut up.
I don't. The only thing I don't like as far as motivational talks is the ones that make you feel like you're never there.
What you mean?
You know how they'll be like, I just realized your headphones are backwards. They don't feel weird to you?
No.
Because they kind of flare out. And they're supposed to flare in.
Oh, I feel it.
According to your ears. Sorry. I
It's
didn't mean to
fine.
ruin your
It feels
headphone
okay.
experience. The motivational talks that say that you are never there. Like, they're like, oh, well, never relax. Never then, because there's always somebody else trying to get your job. There's always this. I get that motivation, though. I get it. You should have at least a part of that in your mind. But you're never happy. Mm-hmm. I don't think you're happy. I wouldn't be happy. I got to talk from my perspective, not as far as but I wouldn't be happy if I feel like I always have to fight to stay on top.
If you in that kind of field, then yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what correlates with success is happiness.
Yeah.
Like if you're that type of person that wants to be on top all the time and likes the competition and all that, then that's your idea. But if I just want to at least teach, like be a teacher and teach 5 kids in my lifetime, I'm good.
Yeah. Though I get it, because sometimes when you get there, you're like, I want more.
Oh yeah.
That kind of goes
lawyers. All right, I'm the top lawyer. Sorry.
Yeah, you good.
I'm the top lawyer in the firm. Now I want to become partner. Now that I'm partner, I want to own it.
Yeah.
Like it never stops.
Yeah.
Nope.
And that's why I think a lot of times people get in that little fluck where they're like, well, I'm not as happy as I thought I was going to be here. Mm-hmm. It's because you're not really enjoying it. It's just you're trying to, like, I've always thought about this when it was like, I feel like I talked about this before because I use these words somewhere. When I say when I feel like I made it, they always ask, oh, okay, I see WWE stuff about the Wolf Pack, keeping it alive, you know what I'm saying? I see that on there, and they'll be like, there's sometimes people always ask him, when do you feel like you made it? When you won the championship, and when you're the face of the company, when you had main event at WrestleMania, when do you feel like you made it? As far as like football players too, they're like, when do you feel like you made it? Mainly it's always towards actors that it makes more sense, because obviously I feel like when you're a professional athlete, when you're in the most of it, you feel like you made it. I guess after that, it's like winning the Super Bowl and winning the NBA Finals and winning the damn, I was just on a roll too, boy.
Championship?
No, for baseball, World Series.
Oh,
when you win in the World Series, or hockey Stanley Cup. I don't want to exclude everybody. So yeah, when you feel like that's when you really made it. Mm-hmm. But I feel like if I was, especially like in my field, where I feel like I've truly done what I wanted to do.
Oh, you mean successful in your field? I thought you meant in life. Okay, cool.
Well, in some way, your field is part of your life, has a big part of your life. Yeah. So I would assume it kind of goes with it, hand in hand. I feel like, you know, if I had like one of the best shows ever, or made, you know, produced the best shows, or directed the best shows, or be one of the best directors, I could have all those things. But it's the little, you know, my goofy side that I need in my life, like getting a Kids Choice Award, getting a Nickelodeon Kids Choice, having that blimp means more than me than a doggone Oscar.
Means more to you.
It means more to me.
He said than me.
Oh, it means more than me? Oh, really? Means more to me than an Oscar or an Emmy, or even if I was in any other field, obviously, with the Grammys and all that other stuff, like if I was doing music and all that. I don't want to, because that's just the kid in me that's just like, this, if I had 3 Nickelodeon Kid Choice Awards sitting on my shelf, I've made it. I have made it. I'm like, this is an accomplishment. I'm sorry, Oscar. I want 2 of you, and you're sitting over there. That's fine. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. But doggone these Kids Choice Awards, the kids wanted me. They say I need this. I deserve this. I want to host it, but I'm scared because I don't feel like I have the personality for it, but it's the nerve. I don't have the nerve for it. Like watching, like John Cena, he's the host of it, I think, this year. And
are they still doing that?
Yeah,
I feel like they
still do. Yeah,
that.
I don't see it as much, but I think a couple years ago Russell Wilson did it as well. So you get like, though, now they're having like athletes as hosts is whatever, and I would love to just to do it. Like, but it's the nerve. It's the nerve of me. I haven't built that nerve to be in front of so many people. Like with John Cena and Russell Wilson, they perform in front of real people, millions of people every day. Not every day, for the most part of the week, they do. So just
get those nerves out by doing talk radio.
Not even the talk radio, because with radio, it's a mic, maybe a camera every now and then. This is fine. If I had 2 million subscribers, this still wouldn't be a big thing to me. So? Yeah. It's when I'm in front of a place that I'm not, like, even if I did like a live stream, probably I would get a little nervous for that. But after a while, I'll be okay with that. It seems like that's easier to do. Because every time, even when I streamed video games, it was kind of a weirdness with it. I felt a little nerve, but I feel like I'll get over that. But if I mess up on a video, I cut it out, try it again. Live, what's up, y'all? This is...
I think you're supposed to learn how to cover that up.
Yeah, I know.
With something.
But my way of covering up is joking around with it.
So do that.
That would be my thing, but it's not easy to...
You'll build up to it.
Yeah, it will get there. I'm not saying that I will never get to that point, but it's just imagining me from here to get there. It's like, whoa, that's a huge jump. Let me do a live show. Let me do be a host of something else before I get there. And it's a lot of work, but I love to get there. I love to have a little blimp.
Okay.
Just blimps.
You want blimps?
Get slimed.
Ugh.
That's fun.
You gonna wash your own hair?
Hey, that's fine. I will wash out. Probably keep it in for a minute. Sit next to you and hug you.
Put it in a jar.
Yeah, put it.
This is the day I got slimed.
Squeeze out my hair. Just leave it in the jar. I wonder if they actually just let me do that. It's just, when they had a blimp.
You asked to bring it back, maybe.
Yeah.
Bring it back for the new millennium.
That'd be fine. They had a blimp where you can just fill it up with the slime. And that could just be my souvenir. Go ahead, Nickelodeon. Do that for me. Send it to me. I'll make a P.O. box for you.
You can be like, this guy's obsessed.
But that's what I was telling you the other day, where I was like, you know what? That's the things that I want to accomplish is the things I grew up watching. Like I want to be a part of. Like Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network or, any of those networks. I would love to do some projects with them, see what I can do with them and stuff like that. Work, as much as possible with them. Even with Disney or any other companies. But I admire those companies because of what I used to know. And I kind of want to implement that coming back. But obviously it doesn't seem like they're trying to go back to wherever they was. It seems
like they're trying to appeal to the next generation.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I realize that I'm not their demographic. I know I'm not their demographic. Like, so they're not catering to me. They're catering to the kids that they. But it's like the shows that I'm seeing on them. Like, do they like this?
Yeah, that's what I be thinking. Like, you like this show?
Like even with Keenan and Kel, like I realized times where it was cheesy when I was young. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, but the cartoons, made sense to me. But the real people, like all that, every now and then had me. I actually probably liked all that more than I did.
I loved Amanda.
Amanda, please. Well, actually, her show, or when she was on all
thing.
That.
No, just her show.
Okay. Yeah, that was interesting. Like it was kind of a cool, wacky.
She was hot. I mean, hype all the time.
Hype.
I'm trying to say hype.
Yeah.
Like, see you later. She used to always be so hype.
Over the top. What's she doing now?
She do a little. I seen her like in one movie, but
I can't even imagine her doing anything else. But I saw, you already saw all that crew with the wilding out.
Oh yeah, and they said all they need is Amanda.
Yeah, but it's I know one thing about with my career or whatever. I don't want to like be known for one thing. Like I feel like I don't like how they're just known for all that crew. Like they're like, whoop, all that. That's what they are. And Keenan and Kel, let's do that.
They should be proud. That's their platform.
But every time you see,
I understand they tired of it, but you don't
know
which
one's Kel?
Kel is the big one.
Okay, Keenan.
No, Keenan is the big one because he go
Kel.
Keenan,
okay.
Keenan.
Yeah, every time you see Kel out, he has to do the whole shebang, and he seems like, all right,
I'm an adult now.
Yeah, he's an adult. Like it's okay every now and then, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, now I think of him sometime as the guy from 101.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's funny to think about like that. Yeah, I forgot he was on there. It's funny. I was thinking after I finished all the Harry Potter movies, I was like, if I ever meet, what's his name? What's his real name? You don't know? Whatever. The guy that plays Harry Potter. I feel like if I ever meet him, like I'm meeting Harry Potter. I'm not meeting him.
Yeah, like you saw Get Him to the Greek with Me, Malfoy.
Yeah.
Malfoy was in that movie. He was like, "Can you just stop?"
Now, granted, I saw him on The Flash before I saw him on Harry Potter. He's one of the new science guys on there. So he was a season or two ago, but that's how I know him. So when I saw him, I was like, oh, okay.
That's because that's the first thing you seen him as.
Yeah, so I wouldn't know him as, I wouldn't think of him as like that or whatever. But Harry, I know you as Harry Potter.
He tried to get out of it, but he got sucked right back in.
He should. He just an older Harry. It didn't. Funny thing is when you watch the end of the last movie and you see all of them being adults.
They look stupid.
They look annoyingly stupid. It's in 19 years. Yeah. That's not.
They tried to make them old.
Because you had Ron all with the big belly.
Him with a cane or something. Like take this cane to make you look old. Like they not that old. Dang.
It's 19 years. He's only 36. Well, 37 with the 19.
I guess wizard years take a toll on you.
Yeah, age you faster. But Harry's mom and dad didn't look that old.
They died young when he was born.
But how old were they? They had to be in their 30s.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Probably they didn't probably have to be. You know, it'd been crazy if he had like a long lost brother.
That'd be a nice twist.
It would be kind of hard to explain because then it taints the parents. Because now I don't.
Well, you could be an adopted brother.
It could have been.
Just to show that they got a nice heart.
Yeah.
But he went bad.
Or the twist could have been.
Dun, dun, dun.
The twist could have been that the Dark Lord was the adopted brother.
I don't like that.
I know you wouldn't. I didn't. It took me. It took me a while to be okay with the whole. Him having like he's part of him. Some people saying that Harry was kind of more I don't know how to say it in a way, like Dark Lordy than the Dark Lord.
How?
Because of how he approached things, and it seems like it was just a depiction in the movie. They said because Harry seems more strong than him, and it seems like the Dark Lord needed more to beat him for him to be the Dark Lord. You know what I mean? Like for you to say that if I had a character and he's supposed to be a god, and yet there's one character that's like a demigod, but this god has to do a lot more to defeat the demigod.
I think it's the greed. I think it has to do with greed, because if you're trying to call yourself powerful and the almighty of whatever, and then there's rumors going around that there's somebody who's the chosen one to defeat you,
yeah,
you're going to want to do whatever you can to be like, no, he ain't nobody.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is.
But that's what they were saying about.
Yeah. I don't like how they made it seem like Harry was just the greatest of all time now.
Yeah.
But he was just a good wizard. Like, no. They portrayed it like his mom was the bomb diggity too. But it's like, just, okay, we get it. Just cut his power down a little bit. Like, why does the Elder Wand have to be his? Like, he had all three of those. Really? Like, he could have cut it down a little bit.
I think when they cut it down somewhat when Harry was like, all the great wizards started like us.
Yeah.
You know, basically saying that, you know, Harry's not as great as, well, that's why I took it as, like, Harry's not as better than everybody, but he's capable of obtaining that power better than everyone.
He sure was.
But it wasn't, well, he's the main character. You kind of have to in that sense.
Yeah.
But in that world, he has to, because the Dark Lord he's coming after him, so he's pushing more out of him. It's like how Goku is when he has to go against everybody. Everybody mostly stronger than him, but he pushes to the point that he's stronger than everyone. It's a typical hero story. I don't know how we did that. I literally just thought about this whole conversation as a circle. Like it's like
when you start talking. So.
Yeah. I hear you. I know. I know the whole story. When I start talking, it just goes everywhere. It's like a dog on shotgun. Never straight ahead. It's just all over the place.
I ain't never know that.
Yeah. You always see, you ain't seen like a criminal, I don't know if that was an episode of Criminal Minds when this guy got shot with a shotgun, and it was kind of like that. It was like a spread bullets. And he was like, I specifically remember this episode.
Movie guns, and I don't know. I ain't pay attention, but
I ain't pay attention to high school Criminal Minds.
I don't remember, but I was like, for real, I didn't know they spread out. That's cool.
So
that's why the big red thing got little tiny bullets in it. That's cool.
I don't know how it looks, but I'm assuming that's how it looks.
It's like this little, big, yeah, and it it's red.
Pushes it out.
Cool.
Like fireworks. Did we answer the question about what do you feel is success?
No.
But you said happiness. It's kind of what
I asked you, does it correlate? And then we started talking about that.
How do you define success?
In the workplace?
In any time, any life, overall, like whatever outweighs more.
I don't like the spotlight.
Really? I technically already answered it for you. I think it's a personal, whatever makes you happy and you're well off.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that is really success. Like you can add to your success. Success, is it success? I don't understand because success.
Say it suck.
Success.
Yeah.
Success. It's an annoying word. But to be accomplished, be accomplished in life, you just have to have that happiness and willing to do more, not having to do more. Because if you never ever happy, because you feel like you're never there. Like I don't want to ever get to a point where I'm like, oh, I gotta do more. It's not. It shouldn't be like that. It should just be.
Yeah, I gotta make this deadline, or I ain't gonna make such and such.
Exactly. So you should just be chill out, not get lazy.
I want to be the very. You remember that girl? Did you hear her singing that Pokemon song at the hibachi? That little girl.
Oh, she was singing that song? Yeah, I knew I heard it, but I didn't know why. I thought it was. I don't know what I thought it was.
Singing in my head.
Yeah. That's
I don't know, but success in the workplace for me, I feel like it would have to be when a child graduates and then comes back to find me.
Explain.
Well, because I'm gonna be a guy.
You. Okay. I totally did not know what you was talking about. Okay, so you saying when somebody looks up to you as a mentor?
Yeah. Cause in Philly there's a high school for girls.
Yeah.
And you get a sister when you're a freshman and your sister's a senior, or I think it's junior or a senior. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. But you get a sister to mentor you and tell you how the school is and stuff like that. And I always wanted to do that. But my parents, because I left and because I left, I wasn't able to do it. But I always wanted to be a part of that sister guidance program or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I would say. But now, yeah, I would say I just want to be somebody's mentor. It doesn't matter what gender it is.
Okay. You just so happy to be black.
What you mean? Oh. Stupid man. I ain't read that thing he told me to read either.
What?
He told me to read one of his books.
Oh, one of his books? Oh, wait up.
No, not the dentist. The Thomas Sowell books.
Oh, one of the guy he looked up to, his books. Okay. I was about to say, way to plug that in. Hey, you should check out my book. No, I had this one lady that told me all about organic foods and all about how she raised them, how people should raise them, how the stores, this and that. Went through this whole spiel, and it just all this stemmed off a question that she was just trying to know where the farmers market was going to happen, and it just went
at work
forever. Yeah, forever. I was like, yo, I don't remember what I said. I don't even know what's the point, because she even plugged the book I should read. She told me that this and other and that. Great information. It's cool. Not on the phone. It shouldn't be on the phone.
She was on the phone?
Yeah, it was on the phone. It's just not.
I would have hung up on her. Like, ooh, sorry, we got disconnected. But I have.
Everyone said the same thing. Everyone said I should have done something. But I was like, I didn't want to be rude and be like, because what she was saying was
informative.
Exactly. Slow down, Nick. Exactly. Yes, it was very informative, and that's the reason why I was like, I was listening to it. But my patience always stems off of what just happened to me, what happened to me, not what's happening to me. Meaning, when I'm in the moment, I'm patient as all get out.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
But when after the fact, I complain about it because I'm like, what is happening? But other than that, I'm like, I don't complain about it at the time, and then I wait till after. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know why I do that, but for some reason that's what I do.
Damn, that's early.
That's your pizza?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I got a question. Wait. Oh.
And we're back.
I got a question. I actually got two questions now.
Right.
Okay, so when I was at the mall, I realized that I don't like a lot of clothes anymore that I used to buy. Mm-hmm. Like, there was this, I picked up a tank top. Well, no, it was a muscle tee. It's called a muscle tee if it ain't got no sleeves or shoulder pads or whatever. Now? No, this is a tank top.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, go ahead.
A muscle tee is it's open right here. And it's just flared. But I mean, not flared. It's hard. But whatever. I noticed, I picked it up. I looked at it. I was like, I might buy this. And I walked around the whole store with it. Then I put it down. It's and it had the words create on it. And I was like, I could just imagine a 16-year-old wearing this. And I'm like, I'm not going to wear this. I feel like I never understood when they say you need to dress like your age. My dad used to tell me that. Right. I used to wear a lot of beanies. Like, you 19 and you wearing a hat with a ball on it. I'm like, shut the fuck up. But
with a ball on it. Was he wearing a Lakers hat?
No, it was just Hollister.
Oh, okay.
But now I'm like, there's certain things that I just don't want to wear anymore.
You're growing up,
crazy.
Babe. Yeah. It's okay. We're going to get there.
So, I guess that wasn't a question. That was a statement.
Sure was it?
I think I was trying to ask you something. Well, I think I was trying to ask you, have you ever felt that yet?
Yeah. I had a kid specifically was like, no. He asked me, was I 19? No. He asked me how old I was. And I told him I was 23. And he was like, oh, I thought you was 19. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I get it. That's the way I dress. I wear hoodies and sweatpants, or I dress like a teenager. I don't dress like an adult. But how do you dress? How are you supposed to dress in your 20s? Except for like a button up and a suit. I dress.
I guess wear pants.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean you're in your 20s. You look older.
Yeah.
With it. But I don't feel like there's an age with it. When you're in your 40s, I feel like there's an age thing. But still, I still see people in their 40s dressing like they're in their 20s, which is weird because I just said that there's no look for 20s, but yet when you're 40, you dressing like you're too young. Mm-hmm. That's confusing. How do they make more sense to me as you being older?
Because there is a look for 20. Yeah. It's I don't care, I'm gonna let my belly out type thing.
Yeah, with the
sometimes
I got this hat match my shirt. My shirt matches these pants with these shoes.
My mom used to do that. That's so annoying. Like I was like, Mom, people don't do that no more.
I can't stand brown.
I got white in my shoes. You need to match my shirt. No. If your sneakers are white, you can just wear whatever you want.
I don't like when people do that with brown.
Oh, try to match browns?
Yeah, they like got the brown hat with the brown shirt. Probably had the pants probably got a little brown in it with some brown shoes. And they specifically looking for some brown shoes. That is one guy when I was working in the shoe store. He was like, y'all ain't got no brown shoes? Brown? Specifically brown? That's weird.
Ugly color.
Yeah, we had these one brown Forces, but it was like an 8.
Okay. That just brought up another thing.
Uh-huh.
This lady, she was a very thin, very pale white woman.
Uh-huh.
And she was asking me questions about what she should wear. Mm-hmm. And I was like, she really asking me. Like I would go up to somebody and be like, does this look right? But she was like asking me like I was her friend. And she was like, what about this? Does this top look right with these shorts? Or she picked like a bright top. We got a lot of athletic stuff. So she picked like a muscle tee that was really bright. And she was like, what kind of leggings should I wear? I was like, well, the leggings you looking at are pretty bright. And I said, you shouldn't put no bright leggings on because you're going to look like a clown. And she started laughing. And then she was like, okay, so where are those pants? Where are those shorts that like accentuate your booty? And I'm like, we don't have, pants don't do that. But she was like, those tights, the short tights or whatever that accentuate your booty. And she started talking about shorts. And she was like, or am I just seeing girls with nice butts? And I was like, yeah, it got to be her butt. Because whatever you got is what you make with it. I've seen like flat butts with them tight, with them volleyball shorts. Don't work out.
She going to wear that just out?
No, I'm not sure.
What else? I don't know, man. I feel like women do that to each other. They don't happen all the time. Where they ask what looks good on them.
It's actually a lot of older women who ask me.
Yeah, they're a lot more comfortable with somebody else telling them something.
Yeah.
Somewhat. Involuntarily, no one needs to hear that, but I always felt out of the ordinary when women ask me that. It's just being like, if I don't think you can fit it, yeah. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
Don't they get on your nerves and they ask for something that's out of season? Like, we are still a season store. People be coming in. Do y'all have
stressing over it bothers me.
Yeah. Do y'all have snow coats? I'm like, no, we ain't got no damn. We got bathing suits around the corner. What makes you think we got coats? Yeah.
Well, people used to look for Timbs in the middle of the summer. Mm-hmm. I'm like, most of the time we don't get them until wintertime or at least fall. Mm-hmm. Not in the middle of summer. We're not getting them in the middle of summer. That we're a seasonal store. Yeah. We switch around. Not like,
I think when people hear sports and outdoors, they think of every type of sport and outdoors event. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, this is a seasonal store.
I would think y'all would have it. But other stores, they have every type of thing, no matter where you are.
Yeah, like
because we got snowboarding and stuff. But do they still exist?
I don't know.
I saw the one by y'all gone.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and they had a nice sale. So I had a couple shirts from there. It was like 2 of them for $20. It was Nike. Nikki. It was Nikki. I had a lady coming to me one day. She was like, y'all got those Nikki fleece? I was like, oh no. She's not talking about Nike.
Was she American?
Yeah.
Talking
she
like
was
that?
American. She just thought it said Nikki. Because she knew her son said he wanted some Nike, and she just remembered him with the picture. I was like, oh, no, those are Nikes, not Nikes. She was like, really? I was like, yeah. I don't.
They're not even.
There's no
not even
S.
Plural.
Yeah, there's no S back there, but yeah, she's still saying Nikes. I guess she was trying to say that. I don't know. Nikes threw me off. I don't care what it was.
Dang.
But it was funny.
What's funny to me is that it made me think about it when I asked you, was she American?
Yeah.
There's always a region and then they say American, but when it's white people, they just say Caucasians.
Wait,
like they say Native Americans, Irish American, some people.
Yeah, they don't have something
African
American.
Yeah, they don't have.
No, because I don't think they have European American.
They said they should.
Yeah.
Y'all need to put that on a standardized test.
No, I didn't see that. I used to put Pacific Islander for so long.
That's funny.
I even did so much research on them. Like those times where, I think it was a question about. I think I asked, is Japan considered a Pacific Islander? I don't remember the answer to that question.
I think I locked your door.
I think you did?
Yeah, I did.
You sure? Because you didn't lock that one at all.
I know I didn't lock that one. I know I didn't, but okay. I think I did, yeah. I did. Because I had the pizza, I put it down, and then, yeah, I did. Okay, so there's another question I had when I was thinking upstairs. When you're a parent and you thinking of most parents say they want to prepare their child for the business world or working for somebody else, and the other parents try to raise their child to be an entrepreneur. Where you at?
Say that again. I didn't know where that was going, so I didn't know how to listen. It's
basically, what are you gonna raise your child to?
What I want him to be?
Not want him to be. That
I know I can't be what I want to be.
They all say 75 cents. But well, no, that's 12 cents and 20. Okay.
Oh, the comic books, yeah. They used to be cheap back in the day.
Man, I had 20 cents. I'll be getting some. Oh, and then they sell them for $1. Like, that's full profit right there. That's not even quarter profit.
So you said,
as a parent, would you raise your child to work for somebody else or be an entrepreneur? I know some people aren't doing it on purpose to work for somebody else.
Of course I want to be an entrepreneur. Because, but the thing is, I feel like that mark doesn't start for me until he's
like middle school.
Until I realize until he knows what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, based off of what you're wanting, you should try to do it on your own.
Yeah, because I was thinking, I was driving by this warehouse and it looked just so depressing. And I was like, if my child came to me and said that they got a job at a warehouse, I said, you better quit. I don't care. Go work at McDonald's. Mm-hmm. I'd rather you work at McDonald's.
Well, it's paying pretty good.
I don't care. Warehouse jobs are sad,
they are.
Demanding, unrealistic demands, and everybody around there is just there to pay a bill. I don't want my child around that environment.
Tripping me out, the people that be there for like 20 years.
Yeah. The warehouse I was working at, the Hispanic people, they were there for like 30 years. And because they didn't speak English,
but the most of them are like forklift, ain't they?
No. They was doing the same thing I was doing. And then we had this one meeting, and he was like, so for y'all who are now getting $7.75 an hour, we're going to bump it up to, no, he said for y'all that were getting $7.25 an hour, we're going to give you $7.75. I said, who in here is making $7.75? I was looking around and everybody was just writing it down. I'm like, I'm making $9. I'm not making no sense. I feel like they take advantage of those people because they don't know English. And it's the fact that they don't know much English, they didn't promote them. That's what I was told. But I was like, that sucks. I used to ask all of them how long they've been there. 10 years, 12 years, 14 years. It's like, you've been here that long. I understand English is hard, but it takes 4 years of college. And you've been here that you can
read
some child books in your spare time.
Yeah.
I don't know, something.
They the one that I was working at, all the Hispanics, all of them for a living. All of them. And they get paid really 15, 20. They balling. If you a forklift driver in the warehouse, you balling.
They always got cash too.
Cash. 100. There's a $20 purchase.
And they like
100.
Here, yeah.
Yeah, that covers it. I know it covers
you
it.
Got change?
I saw that 20 you got, but you still gave me this 100. You need change.
Yep.
Lord, you know I can't do nothing with this 100.
Crazy. They are really smart people because it's like they know a trade so easily, and I suck at trade. That's why I'm like, y'all can learn English. It's not hard.
It's hard for me to learn Spanish.
It sure is.
So
I just can't.
But I'm pretty sure they'll say that it's
repetition is
not
what
hard.
I know.
I mean,
and they talk so fast.
Yeah.
It's like they're not even saying the whole word.
People talk fast too. We talk in slang. We talk broken English.
We sure do. Especially you.
Especially me. I don't even care to learn how to say it right. I do sometimes though. I don't like sounding like an idiot.
You hate hearing yourself.
Yeah, because
that's why I'll be trying to.
It's even me trying to explain myself. I'll be like, if I'm trying to talk about how a mic works, it's like, oh, well, you know, mic is a. I'm like,
you gotta explain it to me like I'm a child.
Exactly,
and
then
that's hard.
I'm listening back. I'm looking back at the video. I'm like, Nick, all you have to say is, and we're fighting these words as I'm listening to myself. I could do a whole series about just me listening to myself. And then correcting myself, and then I look at it again and have to correct myself again. Just like I did with the video, with the New Year's video.
Yeah.
The New Year video. There's a lot of videos, and there's a lot of things in that video that I did a commentary on the first video. I could have been like, no, that is not what I meant to say. And I edited. I edited that. So that was the only way, that was the best thing I said. So that's all Yeah, but you got to be your own critic.
Yeah. Oh, well, I feel like your procrastination has gotten better.
Yeah.
Mine need to get better.
It's good. I'm trying to. I wanted to. Okay, I'm saying this, but I'm not really. I wanted to like vlog in a sense, but the thing is, my Nico rambles wouldn't be any different than my vlogs. What?
Sound like you said Negro rambles.
My Nico rambles wouldn't be any different than my vlogs, because I feel like I'm still not comfortable taking a camera everywhere I go.
Yeah.
So it's still kind of weird because I feel like people are like, but I feel like if I go to places like LA and New York, nobody say Chicago. Yeah, maybe Chicago, Detroit. Like people kind of used to seeing a camera with somebody, but
not Southside, they're gonna snatch it.
And I feel like with LA though, they'll just be like, hey, no, you need some type of permit to record places. And that's annoying. But that's what I wanted to do. Even if it's just me, record myself just getting a bowl of cereal and then coming back from work, things that coming to my mind. But it's no different than Nico rambles.
You want to do the Casey thing.
Yeah.
It was similar to him.
Yeah.
I'm not about to say his entire operation, but.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, but it's going to be kind of hard not to base it off of something.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the only way that mine will only differ is just the fact that I'm more engaging or more talking to the camera about what's going on, like what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
There's times I could point at, like, the interactions where we see the lady that was yelling about da-da-da, this and that. And then I had that recorded, I flip it around, and I'm like.
I told everybody that story. Everybody. The lady.
What?
Oh, is that not what she was talking about? The lady?
No, I just made up a situation.
Oh, sorry.
What lady?
The lady at the hibachi. I told everybody.
Oh, Oh, what I'm saying, like, yeah, if I had a camera record that, and then they'd be like, so what makes people feel like they should yell at employees? Like, that's what I'd probably do, something like that.
Yeah.
But that's no different than my Nico Rambles. That's basically like just vlogging under that name.
And I like those, so.
And those are fun.
Yep.
So I'm trying to figure out how would I even differ that if I did vlogging. It wouldn't be the same as, no. And I feel like, granted, yeah, obviously y'all do stuff when we travel or holidays and stuff like that. But still, it'd be like Nico Rambles. But I can't take that away. It's going to be a part of any project. This is just me trying to figure it out at this point.
I feel like every holiday is probably going to be with your peoples until I feel like I want to go back to Philly. Yeah, that's up to you if you want to go.
Born and raised in the playground, that's where I spend most of my days. Shooting out racks, that's not cool. I'm shoot some b-ball outside of my school. Okay. Yeah. And you think they'll be okay with having a camera in their face? I feel like there'll be a lot of censoring going on. Well, what's up?
How you doing, man? Not my mom's side of the family. It's a bunch of women anyway.
You know what? That's crazy. Every time I think about your family, I think about your dad's side. I don't think about your side. I don't think about different between both sides of the family. Like, I think of anyone you mention that's not here, it's on your dad's side of the family.
No, everybody.
I'm not even trying to separate them. I'm just like, oh, well, they're not here. They must be on dad.
No.
Didn't even think about it like that. Who's on you? Is anybody you mentioned that's on your mom?
Everybody.
Okay, well, then never mind.
Sequita is my dad's side of it. Well, Sequita is technically my stepdad. I mean, my stepmom's niece.
Probably get confused.
She's my cousin by marriage.
Okay.
But everybody else is my mom's side of the family.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
I don't know my dad's side of the family that well.
Okay. Wow.
I mean, I ain't trying to get dark. That's the truth.
Well, it wasn't a dark thing. It was just me dialing my mind back about what I'm associating with or who I'm associating with. Actually, I didn't really put them on the side. I just knew it was your cousins or aunties or whatever. Or what have you.
Yup.
Sound a little peep-har. Still my favorite guy. I want to get more of these guys.
That's your favorite today.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I want to just...
Luna. I didn't see there was more in the back.
Luna Lovegood. Yeah, it's all the ones that's part of that series. Luna Lovegood.
Who wants the villain?
Why not? Pretty cool to the story.
They gave Hermione that dingy sweater. That sweater looks so dingy in the movie.
You know what? There's one part in the movie where it was probably the second part of Hollows. They all fall in the water and they all changing clothes, but all Hermione did was just take a little sweater out and cover herself. I was like, you're still wet. Why don't you have change of clothes? Everybody else have a change of clothes. You don't? Come on, Hermione, do better. All that storage in that little bag, and you ain't got no extra clothes.
I'm sure she do.
Well, she didn't
had
change.
Everything in there.
She just pulled it out. Everybody else changing clothes.
Maybe she felt like she couldn't change around.
Yeah, I wonder if that's why they didn't make her change clothes, because she wasn't going to change in front of the camera.
Yeah.
I guess. Still. Whatever. Overall, we could do, I want to do a review of the Harry Potter movies. We could rank them from 1 to 8.
Goblet of Fire is my favorite.
Okay, well, I told you I was going to do a video about it, and you just answered it.
Oh, well, stay tuned then. If you want to hear some more.
Stay tuned.
I mean, not stay tuned. Follow what's it called? Watch? Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
To see when I upload that video. This is going to happen. I want you to watch that other one, though.
Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. That's a funny title. Fantastic Beasts would have just been fine, but I'm guessing they're trying to go with the book.
I'll see what I can do.
It's fine.
I'm not open to change.
It's not changing anything. It's just showing you a different America side and how they treat
What are
stuff.
synonyms for different? Change.
It's not change.
Oh. Okay.
It's not changing anything. It's not saying, forget what you know about Harry Potter. This is the new people. It's like, no, it's just this one guy that actually went to Hogwarts, got kicked out. He wanted to do some research on these creatures and showing the world that they don't.
Cool.
And you get to see a perspective of how America.
Why he get kicked out?
Because he was in the creatures that he had was endangering humans, and that was kind of like a violation for them, so they kicked him out of the school. But other than that, it's just
was expelled.
Yeah, it looked like he never went back. So, but it was kind of cool. It was just a cool perspective to see, because I wanted to know how the magical world translate to America, and it didn't do it in a sense of it's saturated. Like it was like, oh, you remember them? You know how American movies are. Let's make it like that. It's like, no, it was just that world, how their council is. They have a Madam President. I don't know how far her reigns is. Probably the whole country. Huh?
You're loud in my ear.
Oh. Hey, little shot, let me whisper in your ear. I gotta tell you something. What was the whole debate about that song? People be like,
they said it was like, what's the sexual part? They say sexual assault. You just whispering dirty stuff in her ear. That is
people was yeah, the song in general is. But I'm thinking like they was saying like there's a part of the song that there was like, what is he saying? It was like, oh no, he's saying this. And I was like, no, he's saying that.
Where do you see my old? Maybe that part, because it was never. He never said what it was.
Yeah. Well, he said in the dirty version, but
yeah. I don't know.
Back in the day, there was a dirty version. There was an explicit version and a clean version. Nowadays, just the dirty version. They bleep out everything.
It was so funny. Me and my cousins had this whole debate of what 50 Cent was holding in that candy shop video. We all said it was a cane, but she wanted to be the weird one and say it was something else.
I figured. Oh man, that's funny.
The funny thing is, it was one of the twins.
That's interesting.
Shout out to you, Jasmine.
I don't know what to say to you, babe. I did the whole success. Success.
I don't know. That's crazy. I think we on the same level with success in life. Is when you not pinching pennies. I don't want to pinch. I refuse to pinch pennies. I'm going to be like, today I'm going to go get this, and this. And I'm not about to be like, I just need to make sure I got money for the next week. No. I should already have it.
Pinching penny.
Pinching pennies. Take us home. I'm getting hungry.
Okay.
We had like 45 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Okay, y'all.
So,
wanna wish you a happy day, happy Tuesday. This is when the podcast released, and if you like this video, if you made it this far in the video, leave a like. Comment below what your definition of success is. Success. And also comment, how do you think success should be spelled to say it correctly, or at least for everyone to say it right? Mm-hmm. Success. And subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this podcast.
And watch some Harry Potter while you at it.
Watch some Harry Potter, and also tell me how you think of Fantastic Beasts if you already watched.
It's on Hulu.
Harry Potter. Hulu, HBO, no sponsor.
Is it diverse?
What?
Fantastic Beasts.
Honestly, Madam President is black. And she's over everything. But other than that, you don't see anyone else. Yeah. Everybody else is just white. I was watching, I was like, yeah, don't pay attention to it. It's gonna ruin the movie for you. Don't pay attention to it, because it's not the point. Either way, it doesn't need to be, okay?
Oh, and if you're into Harry Potter, right? comment what house you're in. Because this boy at Walmart, it's going to be a quick story. This boy at Walmart was wearing a Hogwarts alumni shirt. I tapped him and asked him what house he was in, and he said it's not that kind of shirt. I'm like, well, what the hell else is it? I was in a rush, so I was like, all right. And I walked away.
Oh, well, he said it's not that kind of shirt, meaning he thinking you probably meant it as a real thing?
No, I asked him what house he was in.
He probably thought you meant as you being a real thing. Like it's a real alumni. I mean, it's a real place.
That's what they have as houses in alumni?
Yeah. Like
I thought it was sororities or fraternities.
Yeah.
So I would ask fraternity.
He probably would have thought that you noticed that it's another house. Like a real thing. Like okay. It wasn't a Harry Potter thing.
Oh.
You probably should have said, what?
I don't know how to ask.
That thing bothers me when I say something to somebody and they're like, if they said that, I'm like, okay.
I stood there for a minute so you could specify, but he just started laughing. I was like,
so you just represent Hogwarts in general. As I would have been like, oh.
Yeah.
No, he probably know. If he said that's that kind of shirt, then he thought you meant like it's a real thing.
Which is dumb, because if I know what Hogwarts is.
Yeah, but some people see. No, I don't know. Some people will see a shirt and assume it's a real thing, and then they'll be like, oh.
I wonder if somebody going to ask me about when I wear my Ravenclaw sweater. I wonder.
Probably won't ask you where it's from. But that's it. But if anybody sees it and if they actually know it, they'll probably approach you faster than the person that don't know it.
Yeah. Like Elisa at work. I think she got fired. But she was my hair.
If you like this video, be sure to leave a like.
But when he rambles, I'm just joking. Go ahead.
I didn't know you really want to.
No.
It seemed like you were just kind of.
I'm getting hungry. It's time to go.
If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Wolfpack. Do.